going to be doing a overview, review, tutorial on the SOPH Makeup Revolution palette. So I've actually just created this look. This wasn't the first time me using it. I have used it once before and I did a very similar look to this. I'm just going to be going over what I think of it, how good it is. Basically, I'm just going to go through it in detail. I did a poll on Twitter and you guys said you wanted a tutorial, so here we are doing it. This is the palette. This is the packaging. I ordered it off of Tam Beauty because it said it was out of stock on Superdrug, so that's where I got it from. It's the exact same price and everything. So she actually designed this. She like made watercolours and stuff. I will leave a link down below to Soph's video because that's probably better than mine. But it's really pretty. It's got like this lush rose gold, which like really glimmers in the light, and it's got like splodges, and I really like it. And then on the back it shows you the colours that's in it. So this actually comes with 24 eyeshadows. So I'm just going to go open up the box. So this is actually what the palette looks like. I think it's really nice and I prefer it much more to the normal Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palette design. I really like that it's matte. It feels really nice and I think the colour is very nice as well. It's like, I would say it's like a peachy cream kind of colour and I really like it. So again, it just says the Soph in Rose Gold and Makeup Revolution. This is like all embossed or whatever and it feels really nice. This I have only used a few times and it's dirty, so it will get dirty easily, but I'm sure you can probably just wipe it down with a makeup wipe. And that's what the back looks like. So if I open it up, kind of difficult to open for the first time. This is what the palette looks like. So I'm just going to talk about firstly, it has a huge mirror, which I think is a really good thing when having an eyeshadow palette because it's just good. So I use this today when doing my eyeshadow and I've used it before, and I think this will be very useful if you're travelling because you can do your whole makeup using the mirror. So that is something that sold me on it. It then comes with this plastic sheet here, which is really dirty right now, which tells you the names of every single one of the eyeshadows. I will be doing swatches. I don't usually keep this, so I kept it for today's video, but I will probably be getting rid of this because I can't be bothered to keep it. But yeah, this just tells you the names of it. If some of you would want to keep it, I just personally can't be bothered to keep it. It's too much hassle. Yeah, I will do close-ups and everything and swatches, but so that is the main palette. So I'm going to read out each one of the shades so you can see what they look like. So I'm going to read across, like go across, etc, etc. Okay, right, let's go through and I'm going to read out all the shades so you can see what they look like. So we have Penguin, Pancakes, Fairy Lights, Pink Champagne, Iced Coffee, Cup of Tea, Grow Old, Sparks Fly, Smoky Bronze, Mixed Berries, Tiramisu, Peaches, Cloudberry, Pumpkin, Pine Tree, Petrol, Pug, Danger, Strawberry Sweets, Festive Flame, Copper Coin, Mug Cake, Rosewood, Nightmare. So those are all of the shades. I'm just going to now just quickly talk about some of the shades firstly and how good I think they are. I will swatch a dark matte and a light matte. So there's a dark matte with one swatch, like that is the shade. That is the shade Danger, and that is literally with one swipe, and if I just go over it a few times, and that's it gone over a few times. So I think that is like, that's really good. But if I swatch one of the lighter ones, so Pancakes, that's with multiple swatches. If I just swatch it once, that's with one swatch, and that's with two. So with one swatch on the lighter shades, it doesn't pick up as much, but if you do a few swatches, then it really does come across a lot better. And that is a really good kind of nude base shade. And then Mixed Berries, again, is just a really nice colour. So I'm actually going to talk about the shimmers now. I've used the shade Grow Old on my eyes and the shimmer shade Smoky Bronze, and I started off trying to put it on and it didn't come across very pigmented, and so I was kind of like a little bit disappointed. But then I sprayed my eyeshadow brush with the MAC Prep and Prime, and it made the eyeshadows pop so much more, which is why it looks so like pigmented and sparkly on my eyes right now. So I would say I love SOPH and everything, but I think because it is drugstore, the shimmers just didn't come out as pigmented. But using that, it made all the difference, and it just applied a lot better. The product itself just felt a lot nicer, and again, you can see it has popped a lot. So if no, I won't be able to do that. I will show you some swatches, obviously, but just by like swatching it with your finger, that is the shade Fairy Lights, gone over a few times. So they are buildable, but it takes some time. And if I swatch this shade Grow Old, that is it a few times after having a little bit of Prep and Prime on it. So I think that's pretty good. Like they look very, very nice on the eyes. They're a really nice consistency. They're like quite creamy, which is what I really like in a shimmery eyeshadow. So I haven't actually used that many of the shades on my eyes yet, like the bolder, brighter shades. But obviously from the swatches you can see that they're all really, really lovely as well. Which I think is really cool. I like how she's used a variety of different colours. So she's got the kind of more neutral shades, she's got the kind of the shades that are very in right now, so the burgundies and everything, but she's also put in some really cool different shades like Pine Tree and Petrol and Wild Berry. I think they're just very cool shades to use, and I think that so many people could rock those darker shades and the different like multicoloured shades. But for me, personally, I just don't think I would suit them. I feel like maybe I would try the green, and the blue could be useful for dance shows, but I just don't see myself using them as much. But these, like, the oranges and the pinks and the reds and, like, the browns, I literally think I will use all of the colours apart from those three. But when you get a palette, there are usually some shades you won't use, and you never know. When I got my Morphe palette, I said I wouldn't use the bright oranges, and now they are my go-to. So you never know, blue, green and purple may be my go-to shades. But yeah, I think the shade arrangement is really good, and the quality, this is £10, this palette is £10. So for £10, I think you're getting a lot, and they are some of the best. I think, personally, these are my favourite drugstore eyeshadows that you can buy in a palette. So for the money, I think this is amazing. How much is each eyeshadow? Let's work it out. Each eyeshadow would cost 40p pretty much, around 40p each. So if you were thinking and you were going into a shop spending 40p on one eyeshadow, this is amazing quality. And I think they're really, really nice. I love this. So that is the kind of main review on it. Now I'm going to give you a tutorial on this eye look. I hope you enjoy it. And so I'm actually going to use the shades Penguin and Pancakes mixed together, just using a flat brush, and I'm going to put this all over my eyelid to set my primer. These two shades mixed together is a really good colour for me. Now usually I do my eyeshadow before my foundation, just in case of fallout, and because this is a drugstore palette I am expecting some fallout, but because this is a nude colour I can't actually tell. The next thing I'm going to do is take this fluffy sheer cover brush and the shade Iced Coffee, and I'm going to use this as a transition shade and just swirl it through. So the next thing I'm going to do is take the Spectrum B06 and the shade Mug Cake, and I'm going to put this in my outer V, like this. Just dab it on, and I'm going to bring it through my crease. Okay, so I'm not sure whether I'm going to go for a more coppery gold or a proper gold. You know what, I'm going to go with the colour Grow Old. So I'm just going to take this flat brush and take the shade Grow Old. I'm going to put this. Right, this one I'm having a bit of fallout with. I'm going to press my brush flat into it and just put it all over my eyelid. Okay, I'm just going to spray my brush with the MAC Prep and Prime, see if that makes any difference. So I'm just going to dip that in to the shade. That really brings up the colour. That goes on so much better with a wet brush. So I'm bringing this all the way up to this line up here, but I'm not fully bringing it out. So once it reaches this dark colour, I'm not bringing it all the way. I think this colour is lush. I'm just going to take the Spectrum brush again and Mug Cake again, and I'm just going to darken up the outer crease and just kind of blend that in a little bit. So next I'm going to take the Spectrum A07, which is slightly fluffier, and I'm going to take the colour Smoky Bronze, and I'm just going to spray my brush, and I'm just going to put this in. Ooh, and I'm just going to build this in to where the darker shade meets the copper. Okay, and then I'm going to dip the other side back into that gold coppery colour and just blend the two together. Now I'm going to say I'm getting quite a lot of fallout. I don't know how well you can see on camera, but in person I've got quite a lot of fallout. I'm just going to take that flat brush again and I'm just going to dip it into the copper just to blend it out. So then I'm taking the Spectrum A13, which is a small flat brush, and I'm again spraying it, and I'm taking the shade Fairy Lights, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to pop this in the middle here of my lash line, just the tiniest bit so it catches the light. Up slightly, and then I'm going to bring this down to this inner corner, slightly on the eyelid and slightly just into the corner. And then just to top that up, I'm just taking a slightly less fluffy brush and spraying that too, in the exact same shade. Okay, so that is the eyes, and so I'm just going to wipe away as best as I can any fallout. Let me just check. So I would say if you're using this palette, you need to do it before you put on your foundation, because I just have a very glittery face right now. So I'm just going to quickly top up my concealer. Okay, I'm just going to zoom you out now, and I'm going to put on some mascara and some lipstick. So this is the final eye look. I think it's actually really nice, and using the Fix Plus spray like really helped to make the eyes pop, and I really like it. I'm going to put it out there. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you gave it gave you an insight into whether you think you should buy the palette, whether it's worth the money, all of that. And as you can see, it has created a really lovely eye look, and I'm really happy with it, and I'm so glad I did buy it now, because I wasn't sure if it was going to not live up to my expectations, but I'm really happy with it, and I'm sure it's going to be one of my favourites from now on. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again soon with another one. Bye!